chosen ones, empaths, and all of the authentic individuals that might not identify as a chosen one or empath just yet. There's something that many of you might be doing. I don't know if all of you are doing it, because I don't know exactly where you are on your journey, but I know for those of you that have been discarded, been reverse discarded, you've come out of the relationship, some of you can still see the good in the narcissist that was involved in your life, and it's something that I don't want you to do. Okay, this narcissist that was involved in your life is a deceitful devil. They are consumed with negative energy. However you want to view this, look, whether you want to view this as mythology, whether you're not spiritual, you're not religious, or you actually view this as something that is really happening with them, at the end of the day, you know their negative energy. Okay, it's on either end of the battery, positive and negative. You know, you can feel positive vibes from people, you can feel negative vibes from people, and these narcissists that are involved in your life are consumed with negative energy, and they are deviants, right? They are deviants, very deceitful, and whether you want to call them a devil, entities, whatever you want to call it, negative energy, this is what they are. You know, this is what they are. And the mistake that I think that you make is clutching at the ideology that this person is good. You still see the good in them. No matter the hurt they've put you through, no matter all of the grief they've put you through, all of the pain they've put you through, you still hold on to the good. And now, I don't think you're consciously doing this, like, by choice. It's the trauma you've been put through. So I'm not belittling you or knocking you or telling you you're doing something wrong. With the trauma that you go through and the total shock that you go through from being with someone who's your soulmate, like, you're connecting, you feel like you're in a loving relationship, and it flips so drastically. It's that sudden change, that drastic change that happens. And then you're on the receiving end of abuse and torment, and it can really take you by surprise. It can really, really take you by surprise going through this with the narcissist in your life. It can really take you by surprise. And the natural inclination that starts to occur within the mindset of the empath, the chosen one, and the authentic individual is you cling to seeing good in them. Or you hope to see good in them again. You hope for them to see the light, or you hope for them to change their ways. But what I need to address is this narcissist that is involved in your life is purposely. It could be because they can't contain it. Okay, I have to throw that out there. It could be because they can't contain holding up this facade of being a good, decent person no longer. It could be because they can't contain it, but it's also they are choosing to be this way. You see, they are conscious of the version that they used to show you during the so-called good times, during the love bomb. They're conscious of that version of themselves where they were kind, coherent, and it felt like a match made in heaven. It felt like your soulmate. They're aware that they could show you that version. But the fact of the matter is, it's become too much of a task for them to contain this evil that is in them and show you that decent side of them. Because I'm going to say something. There is good in these narcissists. And you're probably going to say, Zion, like, why did you have to say that? Look, there is good, but I think it's so small, the amount of good in them. They're overshadowed and consumed with darkness. And I think that the reason why they have any good in them is so they can be held accountable for their actions. You see, it's almost like the good side of them is seeing them behave horribly nasty, and it's given them a consciousness, so they're aware. It's not like how they make out about MPD and stuff like that. To stay informed on topics like these, subscribe to the channel. To become a supporting member, please use the link in the description box below. Because that's what they say, oh, narcissistic personality disorder, MPD, it's a condition, it's their brain, it's this and that. And alright, okay, yeah, there is stuff you can see on the brain and things of that nature, but they're conscious that they're doing wrong. They're not like, I know people compare them to children, but they're not children, because children are pure. Like, children are innocent, you know, they make a mistake, they do these things, they make a mistake, they do things wrong and stuff like that. They can be a bit naughty and stuff like that. It's different, right? Like, people compare narcissists to children, and I understand the comparison, but some children are not conscious that they're doing wrong, you know? They're not conscious that they're acting out of character, that they're annoying their parent or something like that. The narcissist that is involved in your life is conscious that they're showing you this horrible, disgusting parasite of aversion to you. Because they know the contrast. They know the way that when they showed you this love bomb side, when they showed you this so-called good side of them, like, things were harmonious, so to speak. I know it wasn't, but things were decent, at least, to say the least. It was decent with them. So they can obviously, they're obviously conscious of the shift that has taken place in seeing how bad things have become. Seeing you upset, seeing you down, seeing you depressed, seeing you unhappy, seeing you broken. And they just continue and continue on. And that's why you need to break from the cycle of seeing the good in them. No longer can you see the good in this individual. No longer can you see the good. I think maybe not all of you are making this mistake, but I think there may be who this video is intended for. I think there may be some of you that do still see the good in them, and it's not your fault. Please, I'm not making out it's your fault. It's what you do. It's what you do. It's the trauma bond. It's the complete shock of when you go through this awakening, when you go through the change of the narcissist, and all you want them to do is just, why can't they just be like how they was? Why can't things just go back to how they were? Like, it's not going to go back to how it was, okay? It's not going back to how it was, because you need to get away from them as well. The narcissists that are involved in your life are often led astray by this negative energy, by this devils, or whatever you want to call it. It often leads them astray away from you. Because what I mean is they do things that result in them moving further away from you, okay? Breaking the bond, breaking the trust, and destroying the relationship. And that's why you need to be the person that steps in and not be the one who's bridging that gap, not be the one who's reconciling in the relationship or connecting you back together again. You need to be the one who's saying, okay, you broke the trust, you destroyed the relationship, you discarded, you reverse discarded. I see what you are now. That's the kind of mindset that you need to have with this narcissist involved in your life. You know what they are now. Okay. They are deceitful devils. They're horrible, disgusting creatures. And that's the way you need to see them. You need to see them as that. And it's don't beat yourself up about it or put yourself down or think, oh, you're such a fool because you let them in. And no, this narcissist played a very good game to try and infiltrate your life. They really tried to pull the wool over your eyes. They really tried to pull the wool over your eyes, didn't they? They did. So never put yourself down or think, oh, you've wasted time or you've made a mistake. Or no, this narcissist that was involved in your life really tried with the love bomb, with the whole shenanigans and all the crap that comes with it. They really tried to make you trust them. They really tried to make you put your trust in them and love them and think that they're decent. They really put on that version of themselves to make your guard come down. They really tried to do that, you know? So it's not your fault. Never be too hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's not your fault. They betrayed you. And I know that being betrayed or having your trust broken or being treated in a bad way by a narcissist involved in your life can make you feel like that you're being punished somehow, but it's not. They're gonna, like, God sees all that they do, or the universe sees all that they do. And they'll be held accountable for what they do in this world and the next. Part of them losing you is going to be a lot of grief for them. A lot of grief for them is losing you. Part of their punishment will be losing you. So you need to remember that. Don't feel like a reject or something like that because you got discarded or reverse discarded. These narcissists are going to run out there and they're going to meet new suppliers and they're going to realize very, very quickly about why you superseded these other suppliers. They're going to realize very, very quickly. But please try to break from the mindset of seeing any good nature in them, of remembering so-called good times. I should have said that earlier. Like, don't remember the so-called good times. This could have been your husband, this could have been your wife, and you had a happy day of getting married, for example. Like, don't remember that like that time as a good time. I know it was an important day in your life. I'm just using this as an example because many of you might not even be married or anything like that. But like, I know that was an important moment in your life, like getting married or something like that. But don't view it as a good time or miss that time or miss. And it could be even with lesser things. It doesn't have to be something as significant as the date of getting married. It could be anything, like enjoying a date or enjoying some time that you spent together or anything like that. You need to really twist the dynamics and the vision on this one and just see them as a parasite, disgusting, dusty weirdo, and just see them in that way. That's what you have to do. And don't see them as a good person. Don't see them as good. Don't see the good in them. Don't overlook this badness that they're treating you with and just see good. You can't do that. You need to see them for exactly what they are. They're disgusting parasites. Deviant devils. Okay? That's what they are. That's the mindset that you need to have in them, in your everyday waking moment. In your everyday waking moment, because the process, the pain that you've gone through and the betrayal that you've gone through, your natural inclination is to see good in them, to help. Like, your brain's processing will try to make you see good in them, because the brain really can't keep up with exactly what's going on, right? The brain is a vital organ, but it's not really comprehending what you're going through to the level that you're going through it. So that's why you need to reinforce that this is a deceitful devil, because your brain's natural inclination to deal with the trauma that you've gone through is to see good. I don't know how to explain this any better. Like, you'll start to see good in them, or you'll hold on to signs of perhaps the relationship can be repaired, or you'll hold on to signs of perhaps you can get back with them. And this is stopping you from going on your healing journey. This is keeping you trauma bonded. So that's why it's just reinforced in your mind that they're a disgusting parasite, dusty weirdo, right? A deviant devil, right? And have that in the forefront of your mind, in your heart and soul. And realize that you're not a reject. You haven't lost out. They've betrayed you. They've got led astray. They've got led astray doing their outrageous things in their life. They will be held accountable for what they do. By God, by the universe, they will be held accountable. In this life and the next, call it karma, call it whatever you want to call it, they will be held accountable for that. You don't need to be the one who sees them go through that. You just need to be as far away from them as possible. That's the best thing that you can have right now, is to be as far away from them as possible. And a lot of you might have a lot of distance between yourselves now. And that's why you need to be thankful that you have a lot of distance between yourselves. That's ultimately what you want. You want to be as far away from these narcissistic individuals that are involved in your life as possible. And every day, stop seeing the good in them. I know this audio might not be for everyone, and you might be a lot further on in your journey, but I felt like I needed to address this issue today because it's something that does keep you bound and does keep you stuck in seeing the good in them. Okay? Forget those so-called good times. Forget those so-called fond memories. Create new memories. Forget about them. They're disgusting. They're horrible, despicable creatures. So thanks for listening today. To become a supporting member or to donate to the channel, please find the links in the description box below. And if you'd like to know more about what to do next after being discarded, click this video here, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.